I'm still loyal to the Ninja Empire.
You left me stranded with the twisted heart.
You've been brainwashed.
You mourn too much.
Alright, so what is up guys, I'm Sergeant Ballistic, but you guys can call me Brian. Thanks for checking out this video. Today we are continuing with my build vlog, part 2. I'm all set up here at work. Got the lighting set up, got the webcam set up. Gonna bring the camera over in a second. And we are going to do a second boot and get the OS installed on the SSD. And we're going to do a little bit of baseline benchmarking with the stock cooler on, just to kind of see some of the differences in temperatures that we might get under load with, you know, maybe something like Prime 95 with the white cluster from Enermax. So not anything crazy intense, just want to get some baselines and get the Enermax on and just see what difference it makes. A lot of people aren't sure whether or not they will need an aftermarket cooler. Most people say if you're not overclocking, it shouldn't make a difference. So just gonna test that theory out.
You left me stranded with the twisted heart. You left me stranded.
Life is precious.
Alright, so got everything hooked up. Monitor, graphics card, got the SSD hooked up. I have a thumb drive with Windows 8 for Streamline OS installation. Hopefully that goes well. And I got coffee stuff over there. Got my coworkers yelling in the game room. Then I already pulled the stuff out of the bag that I need. Gonna be putting this on later after I get some initial benchmarks, and that's everything. Lots of power. And let's try to start this up again. So those of you who aren't familiar with turning on a computer without a case, basically if you look at your power switch, which hopefully you can see, read that. That right there, those two pins aren't your power switch. So if you flip on the power supply first, now you see an LED, and if you short those two pins, it will act as powering the system. So I'm gonna have to get a keyboard in a second. I just want to make sure that this posts. There we go. So it went into the installation. I'm gonna go grab a keyboard. Hopefully plug and play works so I don't have to turn it back off and on again, but be back in a sec. Grabbed a keyboard. We have like dozens laying around the office, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to start up this installation process. Oh, this is Windows 7. Where's my Windows 8? Frick. So as you saw earlier, I ran a host of benchmarks and stress tests with the stock cooler on, and then I ran most of those same tests again with the Enermax ETS T40 white cluster. This basically confirms something Linus just did an interesting video on, and that is that lower CPU temps don't inherently garner more performance when run at the same clock speed. With the stock cooler on and Prime 95 going in the background, temps got up to close to 80 degrees Celsius at times. This isn't all that great for the CPU, so I made sure to not do it for too long. I did the same with the aftermarket cooler, and temps seemed to get pegged around 60 degrees with the same parameters going. And I also used Asus's real bench stress test just for some variety. I then ran a few short benchmarks, which you guys saw there, and a few more even under these conditions with the stress test going. Now I did this both with a locked clock speed of 4.0 gigahertz and with the turbo on. And as you would expect, benchmarks were very close with the locked clock speed, but did show some variation with the turbo turned on. This is because the aftermarket cooler can help make sure no thermal throttling occurs when the CPU is being turboed up to the 4.4 GHz speed that this CPU can achieve out of the box with the stock cooler. I wanted to make this clear because I see a lot of novices stating that getting an aftermarket cooler will just automatically make the CPU perform better. Now, lower CPU temps are great and should always be strived for in the interest of maintaining the longevity of the CPU and making sure it runs nice and stable. But what those CPU temps do is enable increased performance by allowing the turbo or manual overclocks to run the CPU at higher clock frequencies, therefore having higher effective performance. Increased performance can only come from higher clock speeds or software optimization when you're talking about the same CPU run in the same system. Now, I will be overclocking this guy in not too long after I get it into the case, so stay tuned for that and maybe we can do some comparisons. Let me know what type of video you guys would like to see around that, kind of a how-to overclock an Intel CPU, or just kind of a vlog with me doing it and showing you the results. Stay tuned for part 3 where I will actually be putting the build into the case and getting it into mostly its final form. I'm planning quite a few more videos on doing mods and kind of color modifications on this, so definitely stay tuned for those. And that is it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up or thumbs down to let me know whether you want to see more stuff like this in the future. And if you care to, leave a comment down below to let me know why you liked or disliked it. Follow me on your favorite social media site for updates on cool stuff I am doing. And that is it. Thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.